My dear brothers and sisters in Christ, so it's a day of great joy today as we gather for the celebration of the canonization of Saint Elizabeth of the Trinity. It is in this Mass of Thanksgiving for her canonization. And it is just great joy to contemplate and reflect on her life. The beautiful example of a young woman who committed herself totally to God and to the service of God in the church, and specifically as a Carmelite sister. So we come together today to thank God for our new saint, another Carmelite saint. We have a good number of them, and many more in the future. Another holy teacher and witness to God from our times. So thanks be to God today for the life and the teachings of Saint Elizabeth of the Trinity. Our new saint gave us a beautiful witness to the presence of God, to the awareness of God's life dwelling in our souls. Saint Elizabeth reminded us that we dwell in the house of the Holy Trinity. God in us and God all around us. Creation is the temple of God, and each one of us in our soul is a temple of God, a place where God dwells. This is the amazing reality of our lives. We heard those beautiful words of our Lord in today's gospel. They can no longer die, for they are like angels, and they are the children of God, because they are the ones who will rise. I was saying this morning that we are in the city of the angels, so we all are angels. Well, it's a joke. So. We are supposed to be, but we are trying to. But Jesus says, they can no longer die, for they are like angels. And this is really who we are, my dear brothers and sisters. This is the promise of our faith. We are children of God, made in His image and likeness, made a little lower than the angels. We were made for a relationship with God, made for love, for greater things. Saint Elizabeth wrote about the greatness of our vocation. That is the title of one of her spiritual texts. And she said that our whole life will be transformed and transfigured if we will only remember the origin of our soul, where we came from, and the glory of our creation. She wanted us to live with the freedom of the children of God, to realize that all the beautiful things of this world are nothing compared to the glory of living with God. God in us, God with us, and God all around us. St. Elizabeth taught what all the great Carmelite saints teach us, that we are made to live in the love of God, with God dwelling within us as the center of our soul. This awareness of the presence of God is really the strength of the saints and the martyrs. The great martyrs that we hear about in the first reading of today's Mass, as they were being tortured, we heard them testify that God is the King of the world. And my dear brothers and sisters, the glory of creation, God's greatest work, is you and me, the human person. So we need to live with that awareness of Saint Elizabeth. We need to see that the love of God is all around us, everywhere we go. And we also carry the love of God inside us. This is the beautiful reality of our lives. I was thinking this morning that if we, every day, we will be aware of this beautiful reality, our life will be totally different. All of those things that worry us, all of the challenges that we have personally and in our society and in the church, if we will just think every day, God is with me, no matter what. God is all around me, no matter what. Don't you think that our lives will be very different? We all are trying to do it, but let's try to ask Saint Elizabeth of the Trinity for her intercession, that every day we all be more aware of God's love and presence in our lives. This is how Saint Elizabeth lived, for the praise of God's glory. As we know, that was what Saint Elizabeth said, her name will be in heaven, laudem gloriae, the praise of God. St. Paul used to say that God made us to live for the praise of His glory. We heard His words today in our second reading. He said we should pray and work so that the word of the Lord may speed forward and be glorified. This is our mission, a program for everyday living. We are made to glorify God by our lives, to bring the word of His gospel to the world. We exist for the praise of God's glory. This is the true purpose of our lives. Again, how often do we think about this? Yes, we have many responsibilities in our families, in our work, at school, in neighborhoods and communities. But what we are truly here to do is to give praise to God, to glorify God by what we do, by what we say, and how we live. In every little thing that we do in the course of our daily lives. It is beautiful. It is an exciting mission. This is our true happiness, to give glory to God, to know that God is loving and close to each one of us, and to live so that His light spreads wherever we go. To live to help other people discover God's love and presence in their lives. And we are. That's why the year is especially important. We are called to be missionaries of mercy, as Pope Francis is reminding us that we have to be and to do. Missionaries of the love of God. Going out to everywhere to help everybody to understand God's love for each one of us. This is how we glorify God in our lives. It's a beautiful mission. It's exciting. Just think about it. Everything that we do, the little things of everyday life make a lot of sense when we think that we are doing them for the glory of God, and when we do everything as missionaries of mercies to reach out and help other people to discover the beauty of God's love in their lives. So, my brothers and sisters, this is the spiritual legacy of our new saint. To remind us that although God dwells in unapproachable light, we can live in the heart of His love. So let us try this week and from now on to be more aware that we are living in the glorious light of the Trinity, and that we are sharing in the blessings of God's divine life. And let us find new ways to share with everyone the beauty of God's personal love for each one of us. Finally, Saint Elizabeth had a great devotion to Mary, our Blessed Mother, always asking for her help to grow in the love of Jesus. As she prayed, Mary, my dear mother, Our Lady of Mount Carmel, offer me to Jesus, give me to him. And again, Mary, my beloved mother, help me to become a saint. May Saint Elizabeth of the Trinity help all of us to live with new awareness of the greatest of our vocation, living as children of God, made in the glorious image of the Holy Trinity. And may Mary, our Blessed Mother, Gate of Heaven, Giano Acelli, as our new saint often referred to, continue to help all of us to make our lives an ongoing prayer, doing everything for the glory of the Trinity and the service of our brothers and sisters. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.